We are exposing the sad truth on Tammy Slaton from 1,000 Pound Sisters. Guys, we all love her. She has the most unbelievable story, and I'm telling y'all, when we really look into her story in this video, you guys will agree it is just flat out sad. So let's not waste any time and jump right on into this video. It all started with Tammy when she was literally like a freaking baby. I don't know the exact age, I will say, but when she was very, very, very young, she did in fact lose her dad. And once she lost her dad, her grandmother came into the picture and actually helped raise her and Amy, which was fantastic. They had an amazing relationship with their grandmother. However, when Amy was 10 years old, the grandmother ended up passing away, which that right there in itself, that really sucks. They were young. They just lost their father. Now they lost their grandmother, who they love dearly. And I didn't already mention, but honestly, the mom, as we have all seen on 1,000 Pound Sister, the show, the mom is freaking rude. So at that time, the mom had to work 3 jobs. She was out doing her own thing because the father was obviously gone. He was not in the picture at all. He passed away. Then the grandmother passed away, and the mom was already working 3 jobs to support her and her kids, so she was completely out of the picture. And that is when Amy said because her mom was out working 3 jobs and because her grandmother was gone and she just absolutely loved her so much that Amy and Tammy started to eat a ton. Amy did say it was at that point when her grandma passed that was like this emotional time in her life where everything kind of changed and her mom was gone. They could only basically eat junk food because they were feeding themselves literally at 10 years old, and that is when Amy at least started to kind of gain and put on some weight. Now, if you don't already know, Tammy went through some really, really, really rough times growing up. Like I said, she had an issue with her grandma. Her dad was gone too. He passed away. Really freaking sad. But then she had a lot of issues in middle school and high school with just literal people being incredibly rude to her and not being nice. And so she had all those issues, but honestly, the meanest person to her in my eyes was her freaking mom. Her mom is so unbelievably rude. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the dad was gone. I don't know what it was, because she was working 3 jobs. I have no idea. But as you will see in 1,000 Pound Sisters, the mom is incredibly rude. And that is what I feel like kind of stemmed the whole weight gain with Tammy, because the mom is so unbelievably rude. But now fast forward to more present day, around 16, 17, 18 time frame. And that is when they are both, Tammy and Amy, living in Kentucky. They're living their lives and they have gained a crap ton of weight. And at this point, People magazine actually interviewed Tammy, and it was in 2019 when she said something that broke my freaking heart, and she said that it was around that time when she was actually considering of taking her own life, which that in itself is like, oh, are you kidding me? And if you're wondering why, it was everything. It was people were being incredibly rude. But the worst thing for her that Tammy claims was the absolute worst thing for her was she could not leave her house and did not leave her house in 6 years, besides for medical, for going to the doctor or dentist, that kind of, even though we all found out that she didn't go to the dentist for 10 years. I don't know how true that is, but the thing I will say, on season 2 of 1,000 Pound Sisters, Tammy went to like a Halloween store and she went did a lot of random stuff. So she did say that, but it's like, is that really true? But still, she was devastated. We all do know when she does attempt to leave her house, she has to sit in the back of a van with no seat. If you don't already know, she can't even sit in a seat of a car, and we've already seen her. She flies around the vehicle. It's not safe by any means. I'm sure it's not legal. And so it's like, it's a pain. We have to have Mike, Amy's husband, has to kind of help. It's just a complete pain bring her anywhere. And so I do think that is kind of true, but she did say she was actually legitimately considering, taking her own life, which that's just like, oh, could you guys imagine? We wouldn't even know Tammy Slaton if that would have happened. Thank God it didn't. But man, I mean, if there's one thing I want to say in this video, is show her some love, because that is just freaking sad. So that happened in 2019. Thankfully, 2 years later, she got some attention on TV, and I don't want to say she's doing better, because honestly, guys, it just kind of kept going down for Tammy. And this may sound shocking, but Tammy just kept gaining more and more and more weight. I mean, that doesn't sound possible. If you look at a picture of her in like 2018, I'll try to post one right there, versus now in 2021, I'll try to post one there too. It's night and day. She's gained a ton of weight, which is sad, because she was talking about all these goals she had to lose weight and get the procedure, and obviously, if you don't already know, she's completely out of even the realm of possibility to get any weight loss procedure anytime soon, because her weight is so unstable and whatnot. So it just honestly kept getting worse, because then she ended up meeting a man online. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? I am talking about Jerry. Jerry is the guy that she met online. On the surface, it doesn't sound sound that bad, even though Amy thought that she was getting catfish. Well, lo and behold, she was not. Jerry is a real man. Here's the issue, though. Jerry is married, and it's just like, are you kidding me? And one part of me wants to say, Tammy, what is wrong with you? But the other part of me is like, you know what? She's probably lonely, and she's alone, and she's sad, and Jerry was a real human being that was showing her attention, and she probably loved it. Now, if you're wondering, okay, what is the deal with this guy's wife? It appears that they are still legally married. Jerry and this woman, I think her name is Kim. I've messaged her on Facebook. Don't you worry. I've reached out to her. She refuses to come on this channel. She will not respond. But as far as I've heard and from what I've seen, because I've heard from people that actually do supposedly know Jerry, it sounds like he is still married. And Tammy and Jerry's excuse was that Jerry's wife is sick, and apparently that gives them a good excuse to do whatever they want to do as a couple. So she met him. Everyone thought she was getting catfish, but I guess not. She actually, Jerry, we all know, Jerry is a real human being. However, boo-hoo, he ended up dumping her. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it just keeps going down and down and down. Her entire life is just a freaking downward spiral. It's honestly super sad. She lost her dad. She lost her grandma. She was constantly getting made fun of by everyone, including her mom. Her mom is incredibly rude. She keeps gaining more and more weight. She finally met a man, but he's married. And it's like, the worst part is, he dumped her. Yes, Jerry did dump Tammy. They are not still together. If you're wondering why, I kind of think it was the weight thing. I don't think, this sounds really weird, but I think Jerry wanted Tammy to keep gaining weight. I know that sounds bizarre. You're probably just like, why? But that is just what it was. He was giving her 44-ounce milkshakes, and he was buying her food and making food, and everyone, it was the elephant in the room, literally. Chris, Tammy's brother, reached out to Jerry and said, hey, you gotta stop. And he got called out on several different occasions. And even Tammy made a comment once, too, that it's like, you know what? When you're eating sweets around me and whatnot, it makes me, like, really have the urge to eat sweets. And so I think, honestly, that pushed him away, and he did end up dumping her. Maybe it was the attention on TV. I don't know for sure, but I do know for sure they are not together in present day. They might still be friends because Jerry and Amy and everyone, they do follow each other on social media, but Jerry's the kind of guy where he wouldn't even know the difference. So I don't think I know for a fact they're not still dating. I can tell you all that for sure. And yes, it keeps getting worse because then Tammy ends up meeting a person on social media named Kane, a woman, a beautiful woman named Kane. She met her on social media. They were dating. However, every single person in the whole world reverse Google, search that picture of Kane and realize that Kane is a social media influencer with thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, and her name is not Kane. So, boo-hoo, after Jerry, she got catfished. And honestly, that is not it, because we do not know in present day, thanks to Tammy's TikTok, that Tammy is in somewhat of a nursing home facility. Now, we heard she applied to a facility, I want to say in Kentucky, but she got denied. They would not accept her because of her weight. They literally could not help her because she is just her weight. But I've heard a rumor that she might be in Wisconsin. I would love to give credit. It might have been Soap Dirt, I want to say. Might not have been, though. There was someone that posted a story saying that Tammy might possibly be in Wisconsin, in a nursing home up there. I wouldn't be shocked, though, because you would think, well, wouldn't she be in Kentucky? But no, I'm telling you guys, I know for a fact Amy and Michael and the baby, Gage, they are in Kentucky. But Tammy, there's no way, because the one nursing home she reached out to, they flat out said no. For sure, she'd have to find a special nursing home, and probably you can't find one like that in Kentucky. So if she was in Wisconsin, I wouldn't be shocked. I know for sure that she definitely is in there. I know another thing for sure, too. They are filming the season 3 of 1,000-Pound Sisters. And yes, they are filming it right now. Tammy has hinted on social media. Amy has been very quiet on social media. She has not been saying a lot either. Chris also very quiet. And it's like, yeah, they're 100% filming. Tammy has hinted at it several times. And they also did confirm, TLC did confirm that the new season of season 3 of 1,000-Pound Sisters is going to happen. And so it totally makes sense that they're filming right now. And if you are wondering, well, has Tammy lost any weight? As far as we know, in, I guess, April of 2021, no. A follower of mine literally worked at a drive-thru restaurant, and Chris, her brother, came through the freaking drive-thru, and she was like, oh my god, she got a selfie with him, and I would post it, but I don't want to make anyone mad or anything. But she sent me the selfie. It was literally her and Chris, and she asked Chris, how is Tammy? Has she lost any weight? And Chris said no, she has literally not lost one single pound. So yeah, it is sad. I feel bad for her, honestly. You know, Tammy, if you don't already know, she blocked me on Instagram, and part of me is like, I was kind of upset, but the other part of me is like, I get it. She's had a really tough life, and I feel bad for her. The thing that makes me upset about Tammy blocking me is, honestly, you guys, I don't think I was being rude. Now, if you guys thought I was being rude, I think I'm being honest, and I do feel bad for her. I would love to help her. I would love to be support for her. I would freaking be I would really sincerely be there for her on call. I would help her, and so I think I'd be an emotional help to her and positivity, but, you know, I'm honest, and the thing she did with Jerry, that wasn't cool. Jerry being married, that was never cool. Her getting catfished, you know, by Kane, I might have chuckled. I probably shouldn't have laughed, but I probably did laugh a little too much, and I'm sorry. I apologize. So Tammy, if you see this video, I do sincerely apologize. I would love for her to unblock me, and I would love for her to connect with me. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but yeah, she clearly has some serious issues, and she's even said it at this point. It's like the whole food thing. It's not a food addiction. I think it's more where she has just really serious issues going on in her head with mental stuff, and it's like she needs to fix that before she can kind of get on the right track with her food, eating, and whatnot. So it's just a mess. She has very serious problems, if you can't already tell from this freaking video, and I feel bad for her. And this is so weird, because I'm usually the jolly cheer, but this whole video is just sad. Tammy has a sad life, but hey, she's 35, I believe, in July. She's gonna be 35. I think she's 34 right now in April, so she's turning 35. It's amazing she's made it this far. Hopefully, knock on wood, she'll make it even further. And it's like, hey, she is probably in the best place she could be right now, a nursing home. And you never know, life ain't over yet. So it's like she could still make it. She could still turn around. It's been a downward spiral, but for all we know, Tammy, the spiral could go up and she could really kind of make it happen. So fingers crossed. I'm gonna give her my good energy, my good vibes, and I'm still kind of waiting for Tammy to come on this channel, because I'm telling y'all, one day it is going to happen. Well, guys, that is the sad truth on Tammy Slaton, and kind of even Amy Slaton from 1,000 Pound Sisters. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, hit the comments below, hit the share button, the beautiful share button. You can share this video with a friend, with a family, with an enemy. We don't even really care who you share it with, as long as they watch it, they enjoy it. Maybe they could just, hit that subscribe button too. We greatly appreciate it. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.